Loudon County, Virginia, near the big city, but you can find some beautiful countryside here. This week it's the setting for Mac's Super Retriever Series. Some of the most brilliant handler-retriever teams are trying to make it to the finals and to the Crown Championship. And the strongest field ever has showed up to show who's best in the Ducks Unlimited Big Air competition. We're ready to rock, so stick around. Well, here in our Ducks Unlimited Big Air competition, all the dogs in our pro division are absolutely going to sail off the end of the dock. No stopping, no slowing down, no questions asked. In the amateur division, however, that's not always a given. As a matter of fact, if you've got a dog that jumps 20 feet consistently into a pond at home, there's no guarantee that he's going to come out here and get in this artificial situation and just sail off the end of the dock. Look at it from the dog's point of view, from your head 15 inches off the deck. When you go down toward the end, it looks like you're about to jump off the end of the world. That can be a big imaginary barrier for these dogs, but there are ways to overcome it.
In the backyard, they're jumping into a lake, and the lake is very wide open, so they can see the water. When they come up to the end of that dock, they still don't see the water, and it's a very small amount of water, so they come up to the end and they stop. They think they're going to jump into a hole. But they can overcome it by usually starting short and then progressively make their way back. Like any dog training, you start short and progress back, you build that confidence and you have success.
All right, we're ready to go with our Ducks Unlimited Big Air Dog Competition. This is the bottom half of our semi-final round. We got 12 dog and handler teams trying to make the final 6 who will jump it off for the big prize here. Here comes Lindsay, Hines, and Cappuccino. The leaderboard so far, Mike Jackson and Little Morgan on top. The cut line right now, 21 feet 2 inches to make it in.
I've been waiting to see a border collie. This is the first one I've seen in Big Air. If they ever figure this game out and they like water, they'll whip the Labradors, I'm telling you. Bang, nice jump. Pretty nice job.
Cappuccino has not been over 20 feet yet in her career, but take a look at this.
Oh.
That could be the one. A distance of 21 feet and 10 inches for Cappuccino. Career jump. That's going to put them on the cut line to make it to the finals, and there it's 21-10, and we are measuring, of course, as always, to the base of the tail of the dog where it enters the water. So that 21-10, now the new standard, the cut line, you got to get over that if you want to make it into the 6 teams that are going in the finals all the way from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Here's Mike McWilliams and Coco.
Crawfish-powered protein, baby. Here we go. Nice jump.
Very nice jump. A lot of height for Coco on that one.
Little bit more speed, but big height. I mean, if that dog had a little more speed, we'd be looking at 20, 24, something like that. Good stuff.
Look at paw cam.
Yeah, left way early. Probably gave up 3.5, 4 feet there.
A great jump anyway, 22 feet and 2 inches. That's going to put them above that cut line. As it stands now, they're looking good for the finals. Coming up now, John Stapleton and Nutmeg over from New Jersey. Their first jump, 22 feet 6 inches, so this team can do it.
The Chocolate Labs are coming on. I mean, here we go out of nowhere, and we got them all over the finals here. Oh, pretty nice jump. Gotta have more height there. You cannot get big distance unless you get some serious height.
A flat throw, but boy, so much speed for this team right here. Take a look at that leap, 22 feet and 10 inches. That puts them solidly in the outlook for the finals there. In 4th place now, John Stapleton and Nutmeg. Mike Jackson and Little Morgan still with the lead, 23-4, 22-2 is our cut line. All right, back to the Retriever Trials course. We got 12 teams, dogs and handlers, trying to make it to the finals.
The Sport Dog Virtual course looks just like this. First mark comes out at 228. Got about a 20-degree swing, marks out at 160. You got to see this marker. You will have to handle on it. Big swing, big swing left for mark 3 at 104. Come back around, you got 7 seconds. Get 3 shells in your gun, shoot 3 times at your 4th and final mark. 300-yard blind. Pick it up after the marks. The last 20 yards is very, very difficult.
Jesse and Scott Baldwin, the best score so far, 27 faults. Steve, Eric, and Dory right behind. Donna Freeman and Gracie from Lumberton, North Carolina.
Absolute Cinderella story. I was talking with Donna earlier, and she told me that she purely got in the retriever game to do something with her 14-year-old son. Pretty amazing.
We are looking for the fewest number of faults. The major infractions will cost you 5 points. The lesser ones, 2 points.
Got to get 3 shells in here, shoot 3 times, at this fourth and final mark.
You got to be ready to go if you're the handler on this course right from
telling
the
you.
top.
Well, she got one. And
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
yeah, shot another on the ground. That's okay.
Yeah.
Gracie. Good. Gracie. I bought my puppy from Gracie from Mike Osteen, and he gave me a lot of pointers, and I go over every couple of weeks and train with him, and he would tell me things that I needed to work on, and I would go home and work on them. This is my first retriever that I have trained. Any dog that is trained by a professional has a big advantage. I have a full-time job. This is a hobby, and I don't get to train as much as they do, and so it is, I guess, a disadvantage on my part. I am surprised that I am here. I'm totally honored. This is just the ultimate, but I came to play, and that is what I'm here to do, is to play.
Donna ended up absolutely covered in mud after that interview.
But Gracie comes to play, so she's holding up her end of the deal and doing well so far. 2 marks retrieved, only 24 faults. They're definitely still in it.
Here.
First Super Retriever Series,
Good.
Master Hunter, qualified all age. The dog has been
Good.
absolutely
Gracie.
impressive. I asked Mike Osteen, I said, what's the deal? He said, man, I'm just telling you, these two can play. They're incredible. Bang. I mean, this was the only dog to date that has picked up this long mark clean and smacked it. Except for that long blind. Let's see how she can handle.
Here. Here. Good. Good girl. Back.
Get into that timber, it's really shaded in there. A big black dog just absolutely disappeared.
Been a real problem for some of these handlers so far in this competition. We'll see if they can bear up to it. Best score so far is 27 faults.
She's in great shape. She's holding her really, really tight. Not going to let her get far. You know, there's a big brush pile right about there. You got to bounce off that brush pile to get there. Shazam. Wow. Very nice job.
Gracie's got the blind. They are done in the semifinal round, and a good score as well. So Donna Freeman, the ultrasound technologist from Lumberton, North Carolina, her dog Gracie showing they came to play. We are in the second flight of our semifinal round, Loudon County, Virginia, the Max Super Retriever Series.
He's slow as molasses. I catch more abuse from my hunting buddies over his speed. I was telling the guys sitting over here, I would love for y'all to video him running beside a four-wheeler sometime. He can actually run about 30 miles an hour, but when he's out working, he's just steady Eddie. He wants to just go along at his pace and make sure that he's not missing anything as he goes. And believe me, when I hunt, I catch abuse for my slow dog.
He is a laid-back dude, man.
Slow and steady sometimes wins the race, right? Remember the tortoise and the hare.
He doesn't get in trouble, but you can't sell him short. I mean, he doesn't. It's not really a bad attitude. See a lot of dogs run that may be a little bit piggy, so to speak. But Bosco's having a big time. He's just not that in that much of a hurry.
He's into it. He's just not going to kill himself.
That's right. Look, I mean, you see him. He's got great interest there. I mean, he's attentive. He marks extremely well. I mean, it always surprises me. Last year in Stuttgart, when he came in 6th and almost won that event last spring, when he takes his initial line on each mark, it kind of gets slower and slower, and then he just walks out there and pow, just picks it up. It's unbelievable.
We're looking for the fewest number of faults. Best score so far, Scott Baldwin, Jesse, 27 faults.
He's got a unique style.
Bosco.
Al Davis is a business owner from North Carolina.
In the fabrication business. He and Jerry Day are big buddies. Train together all the time. Nice work. I mean, he's not the most stylish, but he gets it done. Long right-hand bird. Still a lot of glare on that mark. Very, very difficult to see.
This is where the trouble can begin for some of these teams.
Yeah, he's going to just keep him tight. Not let him make any mistakes here. We have a 5, a major penalty there for handling to the area. Another 2 for a whistle. Cast refusal is also another 2, although he did a great job carrying that cast out.
12 semifinalists trying to get it down to 5 for our finals.
It should be right there. Bingo. Down to the blind.
Yeah.
13 faults and a shot at taking over the lead here in Loudon County.
Back!
This is a handler's blind. I mean, you've got to blow whistles and give cast at the right time, or you'll get yourself in big trouble.
Back!
There's a narrow gateway of about 3 or 4 feet right there when you enter the woods. If you get in that gateway, in that path, you can't do anything but hit the blind. Got him there behind one of the holding blinds. Dig him out of there.
Over!
All right, left back here, I'll put him right on the bird.
Back!
Give him a right back. Wow, that's surprising.
Back!
Trying to drive him back there. Nice work.
Well, we were doing good till the end there. Oh. I said, man, he's right on the money there.
You know the big air crowd, well, they're a little off the wall. We've seen them pick up bumpers, dead foul trainers. We even have a guy who throws an ear of corn. But Corey Houston and his dog Reagan, they're into rocks. Reagan, rock, 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 rock.
Max Super Retriever Series, we're in our second semifinal flight, 12 dog and handler teams. Coming up next, Britt Ryle and Sam. Of course, Sam's stablemate Joe made a big splash down in El Campo earlier.
They're litter mates, and they've been in the kennel with me since they were seven months old. Joe has, and Sam initially was mine, and a client bought him, and he was raised in the house with me since about 7 weeks. They're really neat dogs. They both, you know, in training, one day one of them's on top, and the next day the other one's on top. And you know, just fortunately for Sam, he ran well down here this weekend, and Joe ran well, but Sam was a little better than Joe was. Well, of course, I'm sure just like everyone is wanting to win, I'm just like everyone else here. We're here to win, so we possibly get qualified for the Super Retriever Series Championship. That's our ultimate goal. That's where we want to be.
Super Retriever Series Crown Championship coming up later this spring, the last of spring from Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. Of course, you have to do well here if you want to make it to that.
Got to finish in the top 3 to get to the Super Retriever Series Crown Championship. First 2 marks came out. I think he may have seen 1 of 2. Big swing left hand. There it is. Got 7 seconds to get all 3 shells back in that gun and shoot this last mark 3 times. Check steadiness. Release the dog.
25 years at dog trainer Britt Ryle from Camden, Tennessee.
Got his start with the beloved Richard McDonald, who is also in the Super Retriever Series semis here.
So we have a little mini competition between those two.
That's right.
If we was to come out ahead of Richard there, we'd probably have to load up pretty early and get out of here pretty quick.
I taught him everything he does.
Seriously, no, I think Richard would be fine with that. He doesn't make him proud.
Britt is a good dog man, and I'm proud that he's doing well here. And Britt's got a nice dog, and I think Britt's a good handler. Might get a little excited sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Here we go.
Sam!
Poor line to the bird.
Dang, Sam.
He knew that was bad from the beginning.
That's right.
So why'd he send him?
I don't know. Good question. Good question. I think we call it, it's not a very nice thing to say, but a retriever can lie to you. I mean, they'll show you where they think you want them to go, and then when you release them, here comes a hard left or a hard right. And it's not an uncommon. I think Sam did that. And often when you have young dogs like Sam, it does happen.
This team's still in it. They're going to have to do well on these two most difficult final retrieves. They want to stay in contention.
Got to come up with his long right-hand bird. Only one dog has picked this mark up clean so far. That's Donna Freeman and Gracie. You know, his whistle sits are real late right now. I mean, he's blowing the whistle, then 3 or 4 seconds later, Sam decides he wants to sit. Tough situation to be in, especially when you're going into the blind that he's got to run right after this.
Bosco, whom we saw earlier, great contrast to Sam. Bosco couldn't get out of control. Sam can get out of control very quickly.
Right. Okay, long bird down. Now it's time for the blind. You can see it's starting to lighten up back in that timber. It's getting a little bit easier. The handlers at least can see their dog all the way to the blind stake, I think.
Not a real good line to start with, huh?
Big suction left, and he's calling him in. He's had all the fun he can stand.
Did not finish a DNF for Sam and Britt Ryle, so they won't make it to the finals. Looking good right now, Jesse and Scott Baldwin. Gracie, Donna Freeman right behind him. Meanwhile, at our Ducks Unlimited Big Air competition, there's one team that's kind of sitting uneasy at this moment. The team in 6th place. The top 6 are going to the finals. And the bubble team right now, these guys, Mike McWilliams and Coco, are jumping 22 feet and 2 inches. And realistically, there's only one more team that can knock them out. These guys right here, Tom Dropick and Buddy.
Brent Olson's Raider is Buddy's brother. So he's got a lineage of big jumpers going here.
Good bloodlines
In
fixing
the
to get up
blood,
in the
yeah.
air there.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, it's a big dog that
man.
can roll.
A lot of height on that jump. Tom Dropick obviously very pleased. Let's take a look at the takeoff. Excellent job right there. The throw maybe a little bit short, but it induced him to get up there in the air, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, Tom really knows what he's doing. He is the best or the premier big air handler around right now.
Well, 22-2, that was the number to beat. They got 23-1, so they are in on the finals. Right now, the team in 2nd place, Dean Skillman and Wiley, they jumped 23-1 the first time around, so this jump is just for show.
This dog, it's got world record potential. Come on, Wiley, bust us a big one here, buddy.
Our first good look at Wiley on the Super Retriever Series.
Oh, man. Hey, give that dog a cape. Wow.
Way to go, buddy! Way to go! Good
Excellent job of handling as well. A good throw. Take a look at this. We talked about this last time, how excellent Dean Skillman is at getting that throw and getting the dog's attention and getting him into it.
He gave up nothing on the dock, got it all. Nice work.
A distance of 24 feet. They are serving notice that, hey, this may be the big dog in the competition, but here's the competition. The world record holder, Little Morgan, handled by Mike Jackson. Again, this team also taking a meaningless jump. They are in it with a jump of 23-4, the best so far, at least before that jump by Wiley in the competition.
Great speed, unbelievable height. If he just can leave at the end of the dock, he'll have a good jump. I think, oh, we got twisted a little bit there. I don't know if he slipped coming off the dock or what happened.
Take a look at the speed. Man, oh man, really got it going there in a distance of 24 feet, 6 inches. That's the best so far. Look at that.
Tommy, he gave up at least 2 feet on the dock there, too. Wow. No, 3 or 4 feet even, maybe.
Oh, that could have been in world record territory, the best jump of the bunch so far, and our field is set for the finals. We'll have that for you from Loudon County next time. Loudon County, Virginia, Max Super Retriever Series about to wrap up our second flight. Here in our retriever trials, here's a dog that made his name at the 2003 ESPN Great Outdoor Games, Chris Aiken and Boomer.
If you're going to have a dog that runs in the Super Retriever Series, I think that's exactly what you have to expect. I mean, 1 minute they got to be under total control 100% of the time. That's your first series. Do exactly what I say when I say and how I say. And then the second series, it's, hey, don't worry about me. You go find them, you get it on, you dig them out of there on your own. And that's part of the Super Retriever Series. I mean, the dog that can do it all. Boomer's not the best marking dog I've ever seen compared to some of these that are here. I mean, some of these dogs, they know the X on the field. They know exactly where that bird is. Usually when he looks like he knows that, he just, you know, happened into it or BS his way into it. It's not that he actually knew exactly where it was like some of these other dogs do. So, you know, the caliber of dog that's here definitely can outweigh him. I just don't know if they got the effort that he's got, and that's where he's going to make up for it in the end.
All right, grade us on how well Boomer marked those.
I don't think he saw the first bird down. There's a lot of glare over there. It's not really Boomer's fault, but Chris is in absolute world's worst sandbagger. I mean, Boomer can mark. I mean, he can really mark. If he has a forte, it's his marking.
This team in it for the Sport Dog Team of the Year competition can win up to $10,000 by the time we complete the regular season in Stuttgart, Arkansas. Doing good so far.
He's in great shape.
What dude must have been hit?
Well, Chris's commentary as he's running a test is usually pretty classic stuff. If you listen close, he'll always give you something good to go on. This is the bird I don't think he saw. And you can tell a dog's that sounds kind of silly, but a dog's tail will give away whether he knows where a bird is or not. If their tail's down and they're running, they're going to an area. If their tail's up early, like you saw Boomer's wagging, he's hunting. He's looking. And Boomer was looking right out of the gate. Now, all he has to do is run this big blind, and he'll be in good shape. But this is serious, serious business. Still a lot of shadows in that timber. But he's got to drive him back, get him to the edge. Chris should know now how to run this blind based on the previous dogs that have run.
24 faults looking good. The number to beat, J. Paul Jackson's 54.
Great shape so far. Needs a little left back here. He ought to be fine. He's going to run him with a right back. He's lost him there for a little bit in the timber. Right there, left back, and he's got it. Oh!
Damn, I can't do it.
I think he's made the same path at least twice now. He's got to get him right back there to that tree.
Well, they're out of it now.
What a horrible way to go out after having a run like that and just falling apart. Let's see him pick this thing up now. Right there. He's got it this time. Right. Oh, gosh.
Same tracks every time. Back!
Going so good, and then it got ugly. You hate to watch this, but we want to see the dog pick up the blind.
Yeah. This is a great graphic to show you exactly what Boomer's done. He's made this circle 4 times, stopped intermittently throughout, and he's just kept make this circle around a great big brush pile. Chris knows exactly what he's doing. He just cannot get him to get off that little path right there.
What?
One more shot. Come on, Boom. Right there. I mean, he is almost sitting on it.
Back! Back!
Oh, here we go again. Oh, this is horrible. I think he got a whiff of it, possibly. Got it. Whoa.
Well, Boomer's a great one, but he is only a dog. 104 faults. That is a shocker. Chris Aiken and Boomer are out of the competition. That completes our semifinal round. Jesse and Scott Baldwin leading the way into our finals when Max Super Retriever Series comes back next time from here in Loudon County, Virginia.